Hey, what's up, guys? Back from the deck profile here. Now, I know it's Adventurer, Phantom Knights, or whatever. Like I said in my last video on Saturday, Phantom Knights have been kind of taking over the meta, or just being very good. The engine's so diverse in what it does, it's just insane. But this isn't really budget. It's just virtual world Phantom Knights, but it doesn't have the adventurer stuff in here because obviously you don't need that stuff right now. But I will get onto an adventurer list eventually. But yeah, guys, without further ado, fucking Phantom Knight Virtual Worlds. I mean, the fucking Torn Scales is like one of the better cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now, so. Alright. Alright, so this is a 43 card list. This is kind of where I was happy where I was at. I actually added 3 cards after I was done testing with it, and then I tested again, and it was a little more consistent, so I was like, it's fine. For the Phantom Knight engine, obviously 3 Torn Scales. I mean, this card is just, it's absolutely insane. And you're only playing 1 Cloak and 1 Boots. This is the entire Phantom Knight package for this list that I would play, obviously outside the traps and shit. Alright, and then I'm obviously playing 2 Malicious. I still think Malicious is just very good. I'm not playing DPE in this list, so I'm not playing Verte either. But this discarding, also this being a 6 on Virtual World, like in my past videos I played Malicious, it's a card you always want to play in this deck, in my opinion, at least right now. So, and then for the Virtual World stuff, just 3 Lulu, 3 Lao Lao, 3 Gigi, 3 Lily, and 2 Nian Yan. So this is all just very standard. I don't play the level 6 Earth one like I used to. I was playing it, and it actually was kind of clunky a few times, so I was like, I'm just going to take this out, and then I just never missed it. So, but this is like the standard engine right now, especially after E-Telly went back to 3. It's just the consistency of this deck is wild. So, and then for the one-ofs, 1 Take Tom, or the 1 fucking Terror Top, 1 Take Tom Borg. Take Tom Borg is actually better. Just, you can draw this by itself, and it's just still insane, because making the Gossip Shadow and then playing Extending so you don't get nibbed is just insane. So, and then I couldn't not play this engine because shout out my boy Cody Reyna. A while ago when we were playing Virtual World, mirror matches or whatever, I played the Dinosaur engine, which is right here. Just the 1 Coatlis, the UCT, and the Pill. I felt like this was very good because this list I use Beatrice a lot, and you know, you can use Beatrice with the Phantom Knights, you can send the Yan Yan if you wanted to, but mainly you want to send the Overtex. And in my honorable mentions, I have a couple other things to say about the Beatrice, but I highly suggest that you play this engine in Virtual World right now. This is just insane going first and second. Like, it's very good. Also, Coatlis gets its effect off of the Banish from Graveyard to add and then discard 1 because the discard's not cost, so it's an effect. And then for the one-ofs, the 1 Collector's Rare Rhoda. Oh, shout out my boy Devin. I'm only playing 1 Foolish Burial Goods. I thought only 1 of these was completely fine. You know, you can play more of these. I just only want to see it once. Like I said, this is a 43 card list anyways, so seeing this once is completely fine. And then the 1 Foolish Burial, obviously for the Coatlis, the Malicious, the Nian Yan, whatever you want to send. That's it for the one-ofs. And then for the 3-ofs, this card just coming back to 3, the E-Telly is just fucking gross. Like this at 3 is just like, you know, like it's just nuts. So, and then the rest of this is fairly standard. 3 City, 3 Quinlong. These are Italian. Shout out my boy Cody Reyna. We swapped. And then that's it for the spells. And then for the trap cards, so just 2 Fogblade. I'm not playing the Shade Brigandine in here. Shade Brigandine just doesn't have really that much impact in this deck. So the 2 Chuchi, and then the 1 this card. This card's just, I almost want to play more of this sometimes, but you only ever need to see it once, and obviously you'll send it 10,000 different ways. So, but it's just very good. So I just want to note that this card was important. And also Chuchi, I want to play 3 of those a couple times. I haven't, but it was something to know. All right, and then for the extra deck. All right, so the 1 Jaja, this card's not very good, but it's part of the combo. I will show you just a quick little combo at the end of this. The 1 Gossip Shadow, the 1 M7, the 1 Fan, this card's like Ice Dragon's Prison, this card's insane. The 1 Beatrice, this card's just nuts, and then the Zeus. I'm not playing Gaia Charger or any of that stuff. I didn't need it through testing, so I was like, and like you can play Lest Wind. Obviously, this card has a great matchup against the Barrier Statue. Obviously, now that the Samorg is banned, it's not really that big of an issue. So I didn't need to see like playing the Gaia Charger, that shit. So then for the Synchros, Stardust Charge, Coral Dragon, the Zolkin. This card's fucking disgusting with the Crystal Wing. There's another target for Zolkin that I want to talk about in my honorable mentions. And then for the rest of the Synchros, the Old Boy, the Cannon, the Shen Shen, and then this card. So I want to talk about this. This card's like Trish. I've mentioned this card before. I think this card's still expensive, maybe. I mean, it's not like crazy, but it's like a fucking $10 card or something, but maybe more. I don't know. I haven't checked, but it's like Trish. It banishes 3 cards from either hand and or graveyard on your opponent's, or I'm sorry, field and or graveyard. And you use multiple tuners for it. So, and then the last card I want to talk about too is the Mathematician. So, or the fucking Mathematician. This card's really good against Striker. The Mathmech stuff is just very good. I wish his effect after he leaves the field to add a Mathematician card. Or, Jesus Christ, Mathematician, dude. Mathmech. He just is a really hard card for Striker to out right now. I mean, they can out it, but it's harder for them to do so. So I just did. I definitely wanted to play this, and it came up a few times. I played online with this deck, mostly about 90%. And when I did play Striker, this card was the fucking MVP. So, and then I'll go to honorable mentions in a second. Let me just do this real quick. I just want to show just a little snippet. There was another channel that I saw this combo on. I will link them below if I can find it. So we'll just do this. Okay. This is just kind of a basis combo. So yeah. All right. So you'll have 5 cards in hand. You see down here. So you have the GG. This can be any other virtual world. The combo is completely different. If it is another virtual world, this is just like the least important one. So all you're going to do is just normal summon the Torn Scales, discard a card, and send one of your boys. So you'll send the Cloak. Where's my boy at? So you'll send the Cloak to graveyard. You'll banish the Cloak to add the Boots. Okay. And you'll special the Boots since you control Torn Scales. And you'll exceed these 2. And this is why I play the Jaja, because it's a virtual world name. So what you're going to do here is just going to lead the Jaja. You're going to use the GG, reveal target this, and send the Quinlong to graveyard, summon this, okay? And then its effect in the end phase, you'll add a card. Now you'll banish this to add the Lulu. God, where the fuck's Lulu at? There it is, okay. So you'll add the Lulu to hand. So you have 3 cards in hand currently. You'll use Lulu's effect to target this or the GG or fucking whatever the fuck these cards' names are. Since he targeted a monster, he'll send a trap to graveyard. So you want to send the Chuchi. Okay. You'll banish the Chuchi here. Target either one of these, it doesn't matter. One of them will go up by 6, so this will be level 6, this will be level 3. This is a tuner. Synchro those 2 into the Shen Shen. And then you'll use Jaja's effect, detaching the Boots to target the Shen Shen. And now Shen Shen can't be destroyed by battle until the end of the next turn, until the end of the next end phase, so the end of your opponent's turn. And then you'll banish the Boots and add a Fog Blade. So here you'll have the Fog Blade set with a Jaja or Yaya or whatever the fuck, a Fog Blade and a Shen Shen, and you still have 2 cards in hand. So this is very basic. This is just a very, 2-card, whatever combo. It's not like ideal. Obviously this deck can do a whole lot more than that, but I just want to showcase just the Phantom Knight stuff. And the honorable mentions too that I want to get into real quick. If there's a card in the main deck or something that you think I'm missing, it's probably in the honorable mentions, and I'll explain why. So obviously the most important hand trap I think right now in the format is the Ghost Ogre, because this kills the adventurer stuff. It kills a whole bunch of, like, you know, a bunch of niche interactions like the boot sector launch, etc. But also it can use its effect to pop a card while it's on the field, so you can actually e-telly this to the board and then it'll still be an interruption. So if you don't want to just keep playing e-tellies on your turn, you can save one set and then play it and have a disruption. Card's very good. Also, you know, it's you know. And then I want to talk about this real quick. So since I was playing the dinosaur package, the 3 ready fusion with the oh boy, this, some people might remember this card from the video games. This card's very cool. It's also a dinosaur, so if you need it for the, like, if you hard draw Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, you can just or ready fusion this out, and then like make Beatrice with it or Synchro with it to put it in graveyard, and then you know, continue from there. But it's very good because, like, you can make Beatrice with this and then send the Coatlas if you want or whatever. Also, the ready fusion goes with the Exabeetle and the fucking Buster. The reason this is cool is because, like, you can make the ready fusion into the Beatrice to send this to graveyard, and then you can make the Exabeetle to attach this to it, so your opponent's locked out of the extra deck, and they can't droplet you out of that, like, they can't droplet you kill, you know, droplet doesn't affect this lock, you know what I mean? So it's just something to note. I've talked about this in the past. I actually have a profile on this, the Buster. You can go back and check out. So, and then I did want to play this engine too, the Danger stuff. Ever since Nessie went back to 3, yeah, I still need to get a 3rd secret, but this with the Phantom Knight stuff is just insane. Like, you know, discard this for Torn Scales, you know, whatever. Add these, and then you can make the other stuff. So, and then more of the Foolish Burial Goods if you wanted to. I just only saw fit for one of these. The One Link Apple. This card's kind of funny. I've had it in my last 2 Virtual World profiles, I think. You just reveal it in hand. It banishes a card randomly out of your extra deck. And then if it's a Link monster, or if it's not a Link monster, this goes to graveyard and you draw a card. So it's like another Upstart Goblin. Obviously, you play this and Upstart Goblin. And obviously, you're playing 0 links, so you're always going to do this, banish 1, draw a card, because it'll just get sent to graveyard, draw a card. And then if you banish something important, that's like, you know, you banish Shen Chen or something, you can put it back in your deck with Chuchi. So, and then the other cards, I'm not playing this. Fortune Tune's very good though. Also, it's ironic I'm not playing the fucking Break Sword in the Phantom Knight list, because once this card does its thing and brings back the 2 Phantom Knights level 4s, there's not a whole lot you can do with it. Like, because you don't play links, you know what I mean? Like, there is stuff you could do with it, but you'd have to suit the build towards that, which I just didn't. So, and then the Gaia Charger, Utopia Future, it's all honorable mentions, and then obviously the this stuff. This makes this, or this is the Dark Dragon for this, and you can just use a 3 synchro. So. There's a 3 tuner for that, and then these cards, I just want to point these out, just why I'm not playing these in the main deck. This card's very good too. Also, both of these are very good. People always play this card. I wasn't a huge fan of this card, but that's just my opinion. Obviously, we know this card. Since Nibiru is not really like super insane right now in the format, that's why I'm not playing this. And then I want to talk about the DT Mistworm. Mistworm obviously being a wind, and you 3 monsters bounce. Very good going second. And then this is the Scarlight. This is what I was talking about. You can get off Zolkin to pop their whole board going second if you lose the die roll. The last couple of cards is just the Photon Bouncer. This card's just very good. The Interblathneer, also very good. And the last 2, I had the wind targets in here for Ready Fusion based off of when the Samorg was legal. Now the Samorg isn't legal, so you don't have to play around the barrier statue as much, just around in Flunderies. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Also, make sure that you leave questions for me to answer. I'm going to do that question video. If you guys leave me a question, I'm going to put your name with it, who asked the question, then I'll answer it. So definitely do that. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Cheers.